What's up, guys? My name is Carl Costas. I'm an adjunct professor here at Sacramento City College, where I teach video production. Today we're going to learn some of the very basics about video production and using Adobe Premiere Pro. And today we're going to work on a short video that's going to highlight a lot of the things that happen here on Sacramento City College campus. I really want to reiterate the fact that a big part of the reason why I'm here and doing what I do is because everybody that comes here shares one thing in common, and that is that they are here voluntarily to better themselves. And so I have lots of video content that speaks to that, and I'm going to take a lot of those highlights and I'm going to jam those together in a very quick edit that's going to highlight Sacramento City College so that we can tell everybody that on Thursday, April 17th, this April 17th, there's going to be an open house here at Sac City, and we're going to have everybody can come here and see and learn everything about everything that we do here. Just about anybody can come here and learn something. So it's a beautiful place with all kinds of incredible things happening. You can come on Thursday, April 17th and find out for yourself. And so today we're going to edit a short video that highlights all the things that happen here so that we can use that to promote our open house coming up. So to start, we will start by doing the thing that we always do, and that is making sure that all of our content lives in one place. You want to make sure that all your content stays in the same place. And we've been at this for a number of weeks now, and we're going to still continue to harp on this, and that is that your folder structure and the places that you store your content are very important. Doesn't matter, I mean, it does, but it doesn't matter as much where you put them as it does that you put them somewhere once and you do not move them. And the reason for that is because Adobe Premiere Pro is a non-destructive editing platform, so you can make your changes inside of Premiere Pro and nothing happens to your content. When you go to export that video and to publish that video, Premiere Pro then references that content. So say, for example, you put everything in one place except for one thing over here. Well, when Premiere Pro goes to make that beautiful thing that you told it to make, it's going to be like, whoa, wait a minute, red light, right here, you're missing that one thing. So that's why it's important to put all of your content all in one place. Keep it there if you can. Do not move it if you can avoid that. That will solve that problem. That will prevent lots of future problems for you. So that being the case, that's where we start here. And I've got this folder that I've already labeled 20250401 Celebrate City Promo. That's the folder where all of my content's going to live. I already have some clips that I've selected inside there. And I've made 3 folders basically, one to keep my audio, and then one for my logos that I pulled down from the internet. I work here, so I guess it's all right. And then one for the video clips that we're going to be using for this project. So that way it just kind of cleans things up, makes it kind of a little bit neat and tidy. And you'll learn that the more your projects get to be bigger, the longer that they get to be. This kind of thing really is very important because it gets to be a rat's nest and kind of a puzzle at times. And you want to be able to make sure that you know where all your stuff is at any given time, because it's only like you only spend an extra 1, 2, 5, 10 seconds here or there, but then by the time your project's over a matter of a day worth of editing or even a couple hours, that really does add up. And if it's a big project, it adds up a lot. So you want to try and keep your system pretty streamlined if you can. That being said, we are here in this folder that is the Celebrate City Promo folder. We are now going to jump into Premiere Pro. We're going to launch it. It's going to take a minute for Premiere Pro to launch. It just kind of does. And so we'll let this do its thing here, and then again the goal is to create this short video. It might be 60 seconds, I think, and I've already gone out and I've chosen the music track that I want to use, and this is going to be very simple. There isn't going to be an interview or anything like that. It's just a very fun piece. Doing 2 things: celebrating this school, this campus, and these people, and also at the same time delivering the information about when and where things are happening. So I'm taking it upon myself to do that for the school because I really do believe in this place. Again, I'm here voluntarily, and it's a great place where all of us are bettering ourselves. So now we have Premiere Pro going on here. Then I will jump in. I'm just going to create a new project at the top left-hand corner of your screen, and this is going to be, let's call this SCC underscore open house promo, PROMO. And then it's going to live location right here. This is very important. This is the very beginning of the process where you choose where all this stuff goes. And you point Premiere to the place where you want to keep all your things and where you want Premiere to reference all of your content when it does come time for you to export your project. So location we choose here, we choose a location and we navigate down to the folder that is called the Celebrate City Promo. Inside here we have the folders that we just looked at, the audio, logos, and motion. Also, we are going to now create all of there are automatically generated files that Premiere Pro has to use to do what it does. Those now all live in the same place too. So it's all in the same ecosystem, so it's all easy to find, and that, believe it or not, that does speed up the process as well. Because if you had one project and you had multiple different assets in multiple different places, Premiere Pro and whatever hard drive or whatever memory that you've got that you're working with, it's going to have to go out and find those things and reach those things, and it's just more for it to do. If you make it easier for the application and the hardware, then they will make it easier for you. So we choose our location, we select that location. We're not going to choose a template. We're going to skip the import mode because we're going to do that in Premiere Pro itself. You can see in that folder behind us, it just populated some of the automatically generated content. We want to go from, right now we are in this import dialog box at the top left-hand corner of the screen. We don't want to be there. We want to jump straight to editing. Now inside Premiere Pro, you see your very basic setup in your editing screen, in your editing panel for Premiere Pro. A couple of different things going on. You've got down here is we're going to import all of our media into our project window right here. And then this is our timeline just directly to the right there. There's no sequence on our timeline right now. We're going to change that. And then in these other two windows, you will see a preview of the information that you're working on from your import. And then you will see a preview of your actual video from your timeline as well. And we have our essential sounds and our effects and things like that here on our top left. So let's start by creating a sequence. We press Command N as in November, and that opens up this new sequence panel. We want to work on a 4K video. 4K resolution is 3840 by 2160. That is here. And then down at the bottom, we get the option to name this sequence, and we're going to call this, again, same thing as the project, SCC_open_house. And then I think we said promo, P-R-O-M, almost got that. Promo, there it is. And then we OK that. So now we have, if you look here in our sequence panel, we have a sequence. On our timeline panel, we have a sequence, and our sequence is called SCC Open House Promo. In here now, our next thing that we need to do is import our content. So in here, inside this project panel, you want to press Command I as in India for import, and then in the import dialog box, you want to navigate to the folder that you set up to keep all of your content all in the same place. And that for us is this Celebrate City Promo folder. And in here, I want to import almost everything. I want to import all my audio, all my logos, and then all my motion, but not my project itself. Import those. It's going to give you a error dialog box here, an error message. And that error message is because it doesn't recognize some of these files. And that's because it's not meant to recognize some of these files, and those files don't mean anything to your project. They're basically just extra information that comes along with the file that you do need. So when it gives you that error, just disregard it. It won't be a problem. Everything will be fine. You will continue to truck on. So now if you look inside of our project panel here, we now have the same information here that we did in the Finder window where we keep all of our content. So first thing I want to do is I want to look at this audio. I want to listen to this audio again. So we only want 60 seconds really, because I mean honestly for what we want to do, that's all we need. And at the same time too, everybody here is aware that the attention span of most folks these days is not that long, so we want to make it short and sweet and to the point. So for that reason, we step all the way out here. We're at just shy of 2 minutes in, and that's a lot of that. You can see, you can read this waveform right here. This is where it gets kind of like repetitive and slow. Listen to it here. It's moving. And then here, it'll slow down. Now they lost, they didn't slow down, they just lost a lot of the extra sound. We need half of this. I for input, for endpoint, and as an input. Take some of that, let it roll, let it roll, let it roll, it's gonna pick up by itself, and bam. And then we're gonna mark this, okay? So now here's what we do. That's good, that's really good. We've got an in point here and an out point here, and I'm gonna actually just bring that back a little bit more because this information where it's all blanked out here, there's nothing there, but it still counts as in the numbers. So you can drag this, you can get this audio down onto your timeline in more than one way. One way is to just take this audio only, drag audio only icon, and drag that onto your timeline, and then boom, you have your audio there. Command Z undoes that move. I come back, and this is very important. Make sure that you want to make sure that when you're working in a certain window, like here now we are on our timeline, that's all the input that we put into Adobe Premiere Pro will be inputted into that part of the actual program on the timeline. If we want to work in a different panel, you have to click inside that panel and you will see this blue highlight around that panel. That means we are now, all the input that we're putting into Premiere Pro is all happening in that area. That being said, if we just press the comma button, comma key, that then drops that track right from our endpoint and our outpoint onto the timeline. And if you look at it, we are right at 1 minute. Come back out to the end here, and it's actually a little bit under because that last part again trails off. And it stops there. And that's right there is 59 seconds and 20 frames. Let it go. There we go. There's 1 minute. There's still a little bit of sound going on there. Doesn't matter. We got it. We're fine. The next thing that we want to do, let's go ahead and give ourselves some breathing room. Take these scroll bars on the side, pull those down like that, give ourselves a little bit of breathing room so we can see what we're working with. If you look at this, at this audio file, you will see that it is highlighted in white. That means that that's what we're working on. Again, the blue frame around this, this timeline panel means that's what we're working in. I want to go to the beginning of this track here, and the M as in Mike key will lay down markers on your audio track. And so we're gonna mark to the beat. You're gonna listen to it and you're gonna mark to the beat. The reason why we're gonna do that is because when you go back to edit, you can then edit to those same beats. And then now your audio and your video jive together. And this is one of those things I've always said that video production 101 is psychology 101. What you're doing there is you're playing a mind game on your viewer, the person that's consuming your content. Whether they know it or not, they're really digging what's happening because everything's working in sync. And sometimes they do, and sometimes they may or may not know that. So let's go ahead and start that process here. Again, make sure that this audio track is highlighted. We press the space bar to play and the M as in Mike key to mark. We'll wait, we'll let this first part go. This is all just going to kind of let this go. Here we're going to have some intro. We'll have our title slide. We'll have some things that really set this up. And then it's going to come in here. And pretty soon he's going to check. We're going to start marking the beat. There it is. I like that part. And it does not have to be perfect. Just pay attention. Okay, that was good. So then you now notice here on the bottom of the timeline on this music, on this audio track, we have these markers here, and those indicate the beats. So that means that when I go out into motion, and I hope I have everything I need here. I think there were some things that, these were shots that came in afterwards, after class, I think. Oh, okay, that was good. Was that my last one? Let me see. I think so. Was there more after that? Okay. Let me double check the GoPro, and then that's got that card. Okay, here we go. So what we want to do is we want to go into all these files and pick out the pieces, the bits and pieces that we like in this. So we've got the girls softball team showed up, and they had a photo shoot in the studio. This was not my photo shoot. I just showed up that day to come teach, and there they were. And so I just kind of like basically photobombed their photo shoot, and it was cool, and they let me. So we're going to go ahead and use some of these clips. Actually, I'm going to start by going down here. This is going to take a bit, but I'm going to try and get this done. I want to look at the most recent stuff that we did here, because that's the really good stuff. This is the track right here. If we look right here, this is good. That's good. This is good. Here, I for in. Oh, stop. One of the things I have to do, you'll look here, in, down. We'll click inside of our project panel again, and you look at these files I created. They are 60 frames per second, and we are working on a 24 frames per second timeline, and so these have to get converted. I select them all, I right click, and then I navigate to modify, scroll down to interpret footage, and interpret footage you want to assume this frame rate of 23.976. Good. Those are now slow motion. You will hear the audio is going to be different now as well. So everything is in 24 frames. Good. So back to this one. Is that the correct? Yes, it is. This is the correct clip. This is the one that I want. And you guys will see that you can hear the audio is different. Start right here. That'll work. That's good. Oh, I like that one. We'll use that hand as a transition. So this is one of the clips. It's going to take up this space. You see these small markers here. I'm going to make this a quick cut. So there's going to be this many clips on there, as many markers as you see. That's how many clips there's going to be. Part of this will be one. Geez, that's so much that it won't be. We have to be a little bit more judicious. Maybe I won't go that small, that fast, because some of these clips need more room to breathe. And then this is the money shot right here. Yep, clap, hands up, sunglasses, right there. There it is. Oh, out. Yep. Oh, right there. That's more than one clip. That's going to be our in and our out. And that works. Oh, that works great. Yeah. There's like 3 different clips in here. So I know that sound is pretty annoying. Let's go ahead and mute that. And then that whole bye. That was good. That was it. So I have 3 different pieces I want from this. One is here. It's hands up, sunglasses on. That's one. That's going to be, Command Z. That I hit I instead of O. So Command Z undoes your last move, and then make that my new out point. And then I want this. My other way, you can press the comma key, and it will insert the clip onto your timeline. You can also drag this icon here, drag video only, because we shot in 60 frames, and we don't need that slowed down audio. We can leave that where it's at and have just the audio or just the video clip here. So sunglasses on, hands up, sunglasses on. First piece I want. Next piece I want is fingers. She comes down, boom, fingers. I just cut out a little bit of that middle. It's cool. Come on in, Gordon. And then I let that play. Hey, I'll be out of here by 5:30, okay? Okay, cool, thank you. And then we let that roll, and then there she is, and there's a smile right there, and then stop right there. That's our out point, okay? That's our second piece from this one clip. We drag just the video only, and then we go back to our panel here. Again, for our new endpoint. Oh, there it is, endpoint. She's getting happy, hands in the air, number 1, yeah, okay. Out. We're going to out that. That's going to be our 4th piece out of this. This is really good. We got a lot of looks at this. And then we continue back in this panel, I for endpoint, and then hold on, and we bye. That's it. And then we outpoint that there because there's a jump. I don't know if you guys notice this jump here. There's a noticeable jump in the video right there that I don't want. So I'll create that outpoint before the jump, and I will drag just the video down here. That leaves me here with this. And then now I am off to the races. That was my best clip. And so then here we got some more. I really want this to be about the people. I really want this to be about all the human beings that show up here, all the good people there are here, and all the good things that they do. So I'm going to focus on the people most of all. That being said, we start with what we started there, and then we come back, and I've got some more for you here in the classroom. Smile, there it is. In point, space bar, out point. That'll work. Okay, that goes. We come down to the end of our content on our timeline. Make sure our playhead rests at the end of that content, because when we go back to drop our insert our new clip, we want it to insert at the end of that point where that last clip was. So we want that piece. We're just picking out nuggets. Will, good day. I'll take that. Another thumbs up. That'll go. Out point. Okay, and then comma drops that down in there. And then we space bar to play again. And we just scrub through to save some time. This goofball. This guy. In. And then what's up? Out. And then we just drag that down here. Good. Oh, shoot. Try it again. Drag this down here. Good. And now where are we? Now we are talking about Sean. What up, dude? There he is. Stop right there. Boom. There he is. Yep. Out. We don't need all that. Just enough. And then we just drag that video clip down there. That is good. And we scrub the playhead more. See what else we got. Dave, what up, dude? Got you, man. Jay, dog, what up, dude? In and out. So you're going to see these clips are a bit longer than what we need, that will fill that little space down there. And so for that reason, we are going to be very selective about the parts that we use. Like, it'll be just the very beginning or the very end, just the moments. We're just looking for moments. Yep, that's good right there. That'll work. Good. And then go on down. That's good. And then there's even more, I think. And we move on over. Christian, what up, home? Oh, this is my outro. There he is. Boom. That's it. Oh, the wink. Oh, come on, man. You're killing me, dude. That was outstanding. I think that was it. I think it was good. That was very good. And then we come on down. Now we're outside here, and we look outside, and see, we got some other friends that wanted to play games. And this is basically me just approaching people out of the blue, letting them know a couple things. I do this all the time. I ambush people. I let them know, number one, who I am with, and then what I'm up to. And in this case, hi, my name's Carl. I teach video production here at the school, and we're making a video to promote the upcoming open house. Would you mind being a part of that? Absolutely not. And they and I, we mix it up, and we make some video clips, and it's great. That happens, and then you get rejected sometimes too. This morning I got rejected twice right off the bat. That's just the way it is. It doesn't hurt my feelings, and it makes sure that we're very clear that this person doesn't want to be a part of this project. So that has been my approach to achieving these clips, and here's what we have. These bright young gentlemen, I'll go the out point right there, and then I'm going to drag just this down here, and then I'm going to continue to scrub. What else do I have? Oh, computer, come on, catch up with me. And then there, right before he smiles. No smile. Smile. That's the moment right there. See, he's trying to be cool. He can't do it with me. You can't get away with that. And then I take this and I drag this part down here. And I am doing really good here on time. Let's see. We got more coming up. And where are we? More. These two. Oh, here we go. Then they were just walking with me. Walk. And he's still, guy on the right, still trying to be too cool. There, you got a little laugh out of him. There you go. Oh, see, that'll work. And then this goes right down here. And then I light him up again. He lights up at something. There he is. See, he just can't hold it cool around me. He just can't do it. Right there. And then there's a smile. Both of them lit up. That's that moment. See, out. That was it right there. That's all I needed. And then from that, and then I will drag that here. Then I will come on down, and there's more still to be had because home dude was cool. Right here, space bar, I for in, O for out. That's another outro that I can use. So again, a lot of really good stuff. This all goes here, and then that is the end of that clip. That's all that I need from there. what do we have now? More cool people, and more people that I ambushed, and everybody's so super cool. This guy, I forgot his name. He told me, but he was down for it. See, down for it. Out, that'll work. Yep, take that, and that goes down here. I'm not sure how many of these I have. I hope I have enough to cover those. I want to make those little marks, because that means it's going to match the music so much better, and it will keep your attention. If they're longer, sometimes they stay longer than they need to, and you can see that. So I'm going to try and avoid that. So here he is here, and then what else do I have here? Moving right along, we keep on going, and here he is again. I got two. In point, in, there he is. Out. That was good enough. I don't even think I need that, because the first one was better, and we don't need to repeat him. So we'll just stick with one for our friend there. And these are the football players. I have video of these guys. Oh, this will be good, I think, because from here I'll go straight into some of the football content that I have, I think. So these guys are just walking and talking, walking and talking, walking and talking. We'll just use one clip of that, walking and talking, walking and talking. That's good. That's good. And then we just grab this, drag this down here, and then we continue to scrub through, and I toss the camera to homeboy, and he's like, okay, here it is. Here comes the camera. Where'd that go? Nope, 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 nope. This thing needs to get stretched out there. There we go. Okay, come here, and then they're walking. I toss the camera, he grabs the camera, and then in for in point. In is in India. There it is, in. And then there it is, out, out. Oh, nope, save that one, out, out. Let me see here. Let me do this again. Come here, and then I'll go out, out by himself. That's good. And then I will drop this video of him by himself here. Good. And then I'll come back up here, and I will create a new endpoint by pressing I. And then I again, I. Up comes the hand there. And then oh. Good, good, good. That's a small one. It's a short one that we can use, but it looks longer, but we're not going to use all that. And then we keep on scrolling. Oh, I got this guy too. And then I. Let him go, let him go, let him go, let him go, let him go. I. There he goes. I got that look over. There it is. Peace sign, out. There it is. Peace out. And then that comes down and goes in here. Oops, didn't make it. Try that again. And now from here, I think that we could throw in some football and things like that. We've got so much good stuff. But I don't want to make this too complicated. That's enough, I think, to get us going. I got some audio here that I don't need. I'm not going to use any audio from these clips, because it's all going to be just the music. So since I know I don't need that audio, I will highlight both those clips, right-click those clips, and then I will unlink these two things. You can see the video and the audio are now separate. I select the audio and delete the audio. Now I know where I want to start. I want to start with one of these really cool clips of these cool people like this, I think. This is really cool. This is really cool. They're together. They're just hanging out, having fun. That's a great thing, because this will be our intro, and we're going to play another small mind game. We're going to start with a clip like this of this group, and they're having a lot of fun, and you're going to see that, and the viewer's going to, in their mind, they're going to remember that. These young people were having a really good time, and then we're going to go through, and you're going to see a lot of other really cool stuff, and at the end, it's going to end on those young people having a really good time saying bye. So it's really, and the viewer's going to be like, oh, I remember that, and they're going to make that connection, and it's going to make your project better. Okay, so the way that we do that is, I want to make sure that's the clip that I start with. That's the third one in. This is the one where they're, oh, yeah, I love that. That's so good. And then there's the bye. So I know that's going to be towards the end here, if not the end piece. And then we're in the studio, 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 in the studio. What's this? Outside. Oh, yeah. These guys are cool. And then here. Good, good. Oh, yeah. These guys were great. I think that these guys are going to be these guys will be our next piece. So we'll go here, not that one. Let's try, that was pretty good. No, that's even better. So I'm gonna just let this rest on this track above me right here. That way it's separated from all the other clips. So I know that that's where I want that to live. This is another goodbye clip. This is gonna just be a companion to this other goodbye clip here. And then I will come back out here and make sure I have, this is all gonna be football, 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 and it ends on football. Okay, so this is another good in the beginning clip, and then our other beginning clip was this third one in. This is gonna go back over to the beginning. Let's just see how this works for us. So that's there, and then these two guys, we're gonna continue to build on these two guys because they were great. So we go, that's from the classroom is here, and then we continue to move on down. You can actually make it so you can see these better. You can make that larger, and then now we've got all of our icons. We can see back to our friends here. So hold on, that one. And I'm probably gonna lose this one. I'm not really, all that enthusiastic about it. Okay, we got that one. That'll work. So we take this all the way over, and I need to make this a little bit smaller so I can now see what I'm doing. And then this, let's try this here. And then we know that our audio, if you read the waveforms, it makes a change right here. So I'm just gonna eyeball it, and I'm gonna bring it in right there. That's where that's gonna end. And then from there, we are going to come over here, and we are going to continue on. I think we need more of those two fellows. Didn't like that one. That one's cool. Oh yeah, okay. So that's the other side of this. We have walking. You have these three guys walking, and that guy's smiling, and then this guy, then them walking again. Let's have a look at this. No. So we are here. They're starting. I don't know, that's a good one, but we don't need these other ones with it because it kind of gets in the way. And again, this is just going to be, a lot of this you're going to be starting to get into personal preference and your own particular editing style. For me, I just didn't like that. I'll put this out here on the end in the place that I call the boneyard. Those clips have been good enough to make it to this part of the process, and I still might find a place for them. But right now they live on the end of my timeline just to keep them out of the way. I've replaced those two clips with this clip coming up here, and you can listen to it. I like it. Okay, I like it. So we've got that, and then now we know those are our ending pieces, and these are going to be a little bit longer than the just the one beat per clip, just because they're good, and that's just it too. Earlier today, one of the students, Sean, was asking me, hey, should I be making my clips 5 seconds long, 10 seconds long, 15 seconds long? How long should I be making my clips? And my answer to that is that it doesn't, there's no prescribed length. The clip should be as long as the clip needs to be. What you need to think about before you think about the length of the clip is what you're trying to say and what you're recording and how much of that information needs to make it across the bridge over to the other side in the finished product that your consumer is going to be looking at. That's where your mind needs to be, as opposed to should I be making my clips 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 2 minutes, 2 hours. Any of those things are all going to be dictated by what you want to say in your finished product. So that being said, I'm very happy with where we are now, and I'm happy with the idea of making those longer. This is going to actually work out very well, I think. So we are here. We just had one of those with the girls. We can go into the studio here. I don't want to overdo it on the studio because it's, let's stay outside. Yep, let's stay outside. I don't want to overdo it on the studio because it's not about just the studio. It's not about the video production class. It's about Sacramento City College. It's about everything that you can learn and do here. And so I'm trying to show that in the faces that I captured. But again, this is just me, in a very, very short period of time, running around with an action camera to see what I can pull off here. So I then let's see if I make these. There's 1 beat, 2 beats. 3 beats. 3 beats. Let's see how long 3 beats feels. Oh, I like it. I like it. This is cool. I think this is going to work out well. It's got a good vibe to it. It's got a good feeling, and that's really that. Somebody else had asked me about my work, and really my work is all about the humans. It's all about the human beings. It always has been. In my journalism days, everything. It's always been about the humans. So we then mix this up a little bit more right there, and then where is homeboy? Oh, we only got him once. This is in the studio. I'm going to try and build it with just a very minimal. Oh, that's going to make it. Christian, look at him, watch. Tell me this doesn't make it. Boom! There he is. Oh, that was good. And then we got football at the end. Okay, so let's do this. And Christian, he doesn't even have to be the end. He can be in there anywhere. That's just a really good piece. So let's just try 3 of these. And there's not that one, in no particular order. Yep, that'll work. Yep, these 3. Okay. These 3 right here, just now elevated to the actual project itself. So we then want to give them a home, and these would be 3 beats as well. So if you look, we'll start, I think, at 3 beats. So here, and then we start, this is 1 beat, 2 beats, 3 beats. And let's see what Jay does in 3 beats. Gonna miss it. Oh, no, that's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm going to use the slip tool, S-L-I-P. That is the Y as in Yankee key. You come down to this clip that you're on. It's highlighted. You're number 1. You're working inside of your timeline because you have this blue highlighted area around your timeline. And then also you are working on this clip. And I want to see more of the end of the clip. I click, hold, drag to the left, and it gives me more of the end of the clip. If I drag to the right, it goes to the beginning. That was too much. I think I went too far. Watch it again. No, it's pretty good. Oh, no, too much. So Command Z. That undoes the last move, and now let's watch it at the original version of it. I still want, so that was good. So we went too far the first time. Click, drag to the left. There you go. Thumb just comes up on that bottom left-hand corner. Look at that. There it is. Perfect. All right, that's good. So there is that clip. V, we press the V for the move tool. Come on down, and then we're gonna make sure we got 1, 2, 3 beats. And how's everybody looking? Let me see. Boom, that's good. Let me just slip tool, slip that a little bit, that direction. Try it again. What am I looking at? Okay. Command Z. I liked it better the first way. And boom, and there he is. There it is. That's good. Okay, so now at some point we're gonna have to start building in the information that we want to convey to these folks, and that is that it is everything about Sacramento City College that you can possibly imagine is going to be here during our open house on Thursday, April 17th. So I want to leave a space to make that available for everybody. And I actually think that Christian might just be our final piece, our final piece. I like that very much, where he winks at us. So we'll drag this out here, and we're going to leave a 3 beat right here. We'll put our first piece of information right here in this 3 beat. So we've got 1, 2, 3 beats. So we're going to drag our next clip into that spot. I don't know what that's going to be. I don't think, not the classroom. Oh, it's going to be some football stuff. That's where we're going. So, yep, that's pretty good. Didn't really care for him walking all that much. I'm not really, okay, that's good. Nah, that's good. There's 1 and 2. I got these 2. So I'll take these 2 and I'll edit them to make sure that they fit in our little 3 beat section here. And that's going to go, let's see here, right here. We'll let them live right here for a second. And this first one, let's go ahead and click onto it, and then I'll give 1, 2, 3. So that means there's from here there's 1, 2, 3 beats right there, and then I need another 3 beat, and so that means we might not get both of these. So is that, and how long does that go? That needs to go 3 beats. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was just about 3 beats. And then here 1, 2, go 1, 2, 3 beats. And then it's going to be, oh, I missed that, Command Z. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 3 beats right there, 3 beats. And then 1, 2, 3, 3 beats right there. Yeah, I think we only need one of these guys. So again, Command X to get rid of that. Then we go to the end of our timeline, Command V in the boneyard. Then we go home and we look at this again. We are here because we are getting really close. So here we go, here, 2, 3. We might not even need 3 beats. Let's just break that down to 2 for sure. Maybe even 1. I don't know, we'll try 2. And then come in here, 1, 2 beats. Good, good. And then 3 beats on the, oh, let me see if it's gonna work. I don't think I had 3 beats on that. Because it went weird. So there's 3 beats, and let's go do this. Okay, up, Option X gets rid of that selection, and then I want to select, I want to highlight that clip. Again, press my Y key for my slip tool, and I'm going to slip to the right this time because I want to get rid of that that last motion shake. That's it. That was good. I'm going to just correct that a little bit. There he is. Yeah, that was good. And then here's going to be more information for you. So how many slots do we have? So it's going to say date, location. No, it should say all things city, all day, come through, and then date. All city, all day, come through. That's what I'm gonna say. All city, all day, come through. And here we got the 2 beats again, and then last but not least, we got 1, 2 beats, and there he is. Okay, so now it's gonna say here, we select this point, we press the T for type tool, and inside of this panel we click, and now we're going to, our words are going to be all city, C-I-T-Y, and then V for our, oops, and then now we come down to our timeline, and this new, that text is now in this new box, this text box here, this element. So we then make sure that lives just inside this 2 beat spot, and we'll click inside of this box here, highlight everything inside of our text box, and then we'll come out to our properties here. And inside of our properties, we're going to scroll down, and we are going to make sure that this text is aligned vertically and horizontally. And at the same time, too, we're going to scroll back up, and we're going to make it a little bit bigger. Here we have our font size option, and we're just going to go up until we're happy with it. And it doesn't have to be in your face, but now we have to go back down and recenter these things there and there. And then now we just need to hold down our Option key, and we're going to copy that from one spot to the next, and again, and again. And it's going to say all city, all day, date and time, come through, date and time, and then come through. Good, good, good. So here it says all city. Here it still says all city. Make sure that we're working inside this clip, and then Command Alt to select all of it. All city, all day. Oops. All day, and then we make sure that we highlight all this, and we want to center this again. So horizontally and vertically, there and there. All city, all day, and then it's going to be Thursday, Thursday, April, April 17th. Command A for all, and then scroll down so that we can align that both horizontally and vertically. Got that, that is all centered. And then here it's going to say come through. So we make sure we select that clip, and then we highlight all that, and we type COMETHROUGH, come through. And then highlight that, and back down to make sure that we get that aligned vertically and horizontally. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. All city. That's too long. Okay, that was 2 beats. Two beats is too long. You can read that more quickly than that. Give people some darn credit here. There, and then we're going to just tighten this up a bit here. Here, that changes the end of it for us in a good way. That gives us a little bit more breathing room. And then we're going to throw a logo in there at the very end, and that'll be it. So there's that, there's that, there is that is 2, that is 1, that is weird, that's incorrect, that is 1. And then this is Christian, and then we go back to our project panel and we can collapse this motion folder, and then we can expand the logos folder and we can see what we're working with here. We've got this file that I can maybe do something with, but maybe it's going to be kind of more challenging than it's worth. That one's clipped off, and then this one is going to work. So this, what we'll do here is we'll just drop this, grab this and drag it down and drop it right on there. What does that look like? We don't want that. So we'll take this and bring it out here, and then we're also going to, let's give ourselves a little bit of space to see things here, and we're going to grab our rectangle tool, select that, and we're going to draw a rectangle right here. Okay, and so that's going to go right around all of our things, and you'll see this graphic has now showed up on that level above the logo, but I want the logo above that, and I'll drop that there, and now you can see Sac City College, but I'll go here into this graphic, and then now into my properties, and I want to change my color of this graphic, and right now, properties, graphic, shape, I need to all city, all day graphic. I got more than one chosen, no? And then into my effects controls, and then what do I see here? I've got my opacity, and I'm just going to leave that the way it is for right now. Maybe I'll make that, no, I know that it's in my properties, and I want to get down to where I can, I am not doing what I want. It's not doing what I want it to do. So we're going to abandon that idea right now. We'll save that for a different time. Let me see if I've got any other choices here. I just need that to work is what I need. So we'll just let that be. None of that's going to work. So what we'll do is we will just improvise, adapt, and overcome. This last graphic text box is going to be copied over. Hold on the option, bring it over, and then it's just going to say Sacramento City College. Oops, T for text, and SACRAMENTOCIEGE, and then Command A, and we will scroll down horizontally and vertically. Oop, I've got the spelling wrong. SACRAMEN, Sacramento. Also, no spell check in Adobe Premiere Pro. It's all on you, man. Okay, there it is. Sacramento City College. We've got that in there. Okay, and then we're gonna draw that out a little bit more. Then we'll go into our effects panel here, and we will drop down to video transitions and into the dissolve folder, and we will cross dissolve that so that that fades to black. We are doing great here. In the very beginning, we're going to add this cross dissolve here as well, so it fades in from black. And if we start here, let's just take a look at the whole thing. Come on in. I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Okay, cool. All good. Cool. So there we are. That is it. This is All City. Ooh, it bled over a little bit here. Change that. All day. Thursday, April 17th. Should say open house. Come through, and then I'm going to also cross dissolve that last clip, and I will drop this over here, cross dissolve on top, and here, open house. Celebrate City. How about that? CELEBR. Celebrate City. And then that's good. Command A, come on down, and then go back on over to our properties, scroll down, and then we are going to align that in these two positions. Celebrate City, that's what it's called. We're going to leave that there. And then now we are going to run out to the very beginning again here. Very beginning, and we are going to need a, that's pretty good. We're going to need a thumbnail. And I think it's going to be, ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Celebrate City. So I'm going to take a photograph of that frame right there, and I'm going to make sure that it lives in the folder that we've been working out of, Celebrate City, and I'm going to choose that, and it is now going to import that into the project and OK that. Okay, so then if I move here to the beginning, make my here endpoint, and I move to the out point here. Let me see, what do I have here? I don't need that, and then I move there, and that's my out point right there. And then I move back to the very beginning, Command M as in Mike, to export. I'm going to export this into the same folder as everything else here, and I'm going to save that there. The most important part about this is that you here in your range have selected source into out. That means that you're only going to export the content that you have marked from your endpoint to your out point and nothing else before it or after it or anything else. Select that and then export, and you are now exporting your very first project in Adobe Premiere Pro. So there it is. That's going to take a little bit of time there, and that's how that works. So if you have any questions, this video is meant to help you understand this process. Please go through this video. Please, you can go through and scrub forward and scrub back and go jump to different parts if you have different questions. So my hope is that you can use this as a reference tool when you go out to make your own content. So for the time being, that is all that I have for you. Do me a favor, be good to each other and be well. Thank you.